Okay, about to take a hike. Here's the Orient Mine. It was opened in 1870, and there's going to be a couple ghost towns. The old town was up here in 1870, but then they reopened the mine in the 1930s, and they built another newer town here. But they're both gone. They're just ghost towns. And then the mine itself is up here. Part of the mine has collapsed and is now inhabited by 250,000 bats. These bats right down here. So anyway, it's a big long path here, so I'll be back with y'all for now. You might hear me breathing a little bit. We're at almost 9,000 feet altitude, and I'm used to sea level, and I'm 61, so it's a little harder to breathe up here, for one. And this trail does get steep in some places. And I'm out early. See, the sun's just coming over the mountain. But I'm out here early for a reason, so I can film this for you guys. The reason I'm out here, we're here all day, but it's a nude place. A few hours from now, people walking up and down this path are naked. As a matter of fact, see, I just got a towel wrap. It's just a towel wrap. I just want to show the scenery. It's really nice scenery. There's just mountains. And then across the valley, more mountains. Lots of mountains, but they're beautiful. And we're still hiking. Right over here, you can see some red trailings from the mine. That's where the mine is located. That's still a mile away. So let's get back at it. It's getting a little steeper. We're getting higher. I just want to show this long ass bumpy road. The highway is clear over on the other mountain there. The road to get up here to these hot springs was a really long dirt road that was really bumpy. It was washboard bumpy. It just shook the hell out of it. So anyway, I'm taking a breather. There was a gate here I had to come through. But I can see the trail we've come in on. I don't see anybody coming. And I know there's nobody up here because our campsite was right by the trailhead. So this is going to be just all alone. Might run into some people coming back. Might have to shut the camera off really quick if they're naked. So just looking at all the little cactuses. They're all over the place. It's another reason to stay on the trail, especially if you're naked. Oh, this is great. Oh, there goes a little chipmunk running up the trail. I took my towel off. Now I'm naked. So this is cool. Hiking naked. This is a neat place. They have 50,000 acres here. It's the Orient Land Trust. They protect this land and the hot springs and the mine and the bats. They protect all of this. I had to donate some money to the trust. You can't reserve campsites unless you donate money to the organization. Now once you donate the money, you're allowed to reserve campsites here. You can come and visit without donating money, but you can't reserve campsites. Okay, we've arrived at the ghost town of New Orient. This was in the 1930s. There was about 400 people here. We came from that direction. And there were would have been more buildings around here back then. Okay, I got up to the corner and there's some more buildings. There's a foundation there. There's a foundation here. Over there. And I see some kind of a foundation over there. As we get up closer to the mine, you'll come to the Old Orient. That was the ghost town that was alive in the 1870s. That's yet to come. It's on up the hill. These piles you see before you are called tipple. This is the what's left after they take the ore out of what they pull out of the ground. Rail cars brought this on a real small rail line from the mine to here where they dumped it. And the rail cars were pulled by mules. They didn't have any engines up here back then. They just, everything was, the cars were pulled back and forth by mules. And they dumped this out away from the mine. There you can actually see the rails, where they brought the rails right to the edge and then dumped them. So that's kind of neat. This is some more ruins from the Orient ghost town. 400 people lived in the town. And as I hike up this hill, pay no attention to the slapping noises. You got to remember, I'm walking naked. We're right up close to the top of them tailings. This is what they look like up close. This is what the iron ore came out of, this kind of rock. This is what they pulled out of the hill. Okay, this used to be a narrow gauge railway, ran through here to the mine, and we're going to follow it around. And when we get around the corner up here, there should be the old town of Orient. Here's some stuff left over there. And then the Orient mine will be above that, in the bat cave, where all the bats live. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. They've got it dug down in and rocked all up. And then it stops right there. Some wood around the edge. It was some kind of a structure. I don't know what's going on. Don't look like a mine. Well, I think I was going the wrong way. We're going down the mountain, so I'm going to go back up here. There was another way to go up the mountain, head to the bat cave. So I got to walk about a quarter mile back the way I just came. Well, we came from down there, and we're getting up into this mountain. It's turning into a little valley that went back in. You couldn't even see from farther down. So we'll keep chugging. And right there's a remnant of something, probably the 1870 settlement. I believe the 1870 settlement was right up here. This is what the old town of Orient looked like back in 1870. Here's another photo. There was 400 people or so lived here and ran the mine. And those houses were right here, right in front of us. People lived their daily lives in and out, right here, way up on the mountainside. And we're going to head on up to the mine if I don't die first. Here's what's left of a structure. The other houses were all over here. So somebody had a little house over here. You can just make out the foundation. Right there was the front door. And looks like they used a lot of chiseled off square stones that came out of the mine. See the red bricks there? I can see the road clear up there. It just keeps going and going. But we're running out of mountain, so the mine has to be here for too long. Oh, my heart is pounding. It's just thin air. We must be up around 9,000 feet right now. Now, I don't want to get too close to this, but this is a well. This is where the city got us. Well, it's not that deep. This is where the city of Orient, or the town of Orient, got their water. A hand-dug well. Okay, this right here is the actual entrance to the Orient mine. And this big hole in the ground here was where they had a water tank. The entrance to the mine was right there, but they blasted it over and closed it off so people couldn't get in it. And so this was the spot right here. This is where they took $3.5 million worth of iron out of the mountain. Just looking at how they do, they find this is the ore. They dig in under the ore, and then they blast upwards, letting the ore fall down into the tunnel, and then they bring it out. And so that's what they were doing here. They were they dug in, and then they were blasting up. The iron runs up and down inside this hill. Well, not anymore. They took it all out. But anyway, that was it. This is the Orient mine. This is the structure that had the milling equipment inside of it, where they would grind the stone up, and they had it was all steam powered. And here's the same structure from the other side. Okay, we've gotten off of the road and going up a trail here. We're supposed to go 500 feet to the back cave, the glory hole. It's a mine. One of the mine entrances collapsed in 1893, killed 7 men, but now it's inhabited by 250,000 bats. We made it. We hiked from them houses way down there. Way down there. We are up here, but we're here. It's a sign saying to be quiet because of the bats. Let's go find the cave. I thought this rock outcrop here is pretty cool, where the rock strata has been turned on its side and uplifted. That's probably why they were mining here. And let's go on up here to this back cave. And the back cave is right there. They said there were 19 men in the mine when it collapsed. 7 died. They saved the rest. They got it fenced off. They don't want you in there because they're trying to protect the bats. But we can get up a lot closer. Ooh, that drops down. Ooh. Right there's the bat cave where the 250,000 bats live. But this used to be the mine, and it all collapsed in. The entrance used to be down that direction right over there, and it all collapsed. 17 men were trapped inside this mine. 7 died, but they saved the rest. And this is what we hiked up a huge mountain for. It looked like we were damn near at the top of the mountain, so what they were mining for was pretty far up the mountain. And they do got some benches here that you can sit on. Well, at night. Well, the reason the benches are here is at night. At night you can watch. If you're here at dusk, you can watch the bats come out. 250,000 of them. 250,000 bats come out of this hole. So then we'll head back down. At least it's downhill now. There's another glory hole partway up the mountain around there. I may try to. I'll see how high I am once I get back down there. We may go up there. Well, the mine was around that way, and we're heading back down toward that road on this kind of narrow trail with a really steep mountainside. But I'm still naked. This is cool, walking naked in the mountains. Well, down there's the road. If we go up to the glory hole, that's up there. We're gonna head back to my camping spot. They got some like stonework over here.